Money. We live?
We're
We good?
live
We
on the
go?
Dope and Tape Show in the
Dope
Vortex
and tape.
Cyclone, baby.
Right now it's just us. Everybody's running service calls. I'm not home yet. Been a crazy day. Oh my goodness. Did you have any service calls? I saw some stuff on your Instagram.
Yeah, I did. I did get like a service call. All right, I was just showing everybody our opener. Now let me flash over to us because yesterday I had this thing all fucked up. Sprinkler in me was just. I had the tech all fucked up. We were on the wrong
Yeah,
setting. People couldn't hear
what are
me.
you doing?
I was moving shit around. Everything should be good now. If it's not good, let me know. Let me know right away if it's not good.
You're like Joe
Uh,
Rogan's Jamie, you know?
Joe, yeah, no, he's fire. I fucked this thing all up. You guys give me way too much credit. One wrong click and someone can't even see us.
I just learned how to turn on my laptop, so you're so better.
If you're
You're a lot
watching
better
us
than me.
live, let's go. Thank you.
Yeah.
Our
Welcome
regulars.
everybody.
If you're watching the replay, we appreciate that too. If you're listening to us on the job, turn it up loud real quick. And I'll just say that the sprinkler fitters are the superior on this job site. Um, so if anybody wants to jump
Yeah.
on, I could send you an email. Anybody could jump on. We're just gonna shoot the shit. Brian's was working. I mean, he's been working since like yesterday. He's just was pumping a system up. I said, hey, we got a show in 40 minutes. He's like showing videos of it of a system airing up. It looked like it had
Yeah.
just enough air to get that thing on.
Yeah, I turned it off and then waited a second and turned on the manifold and we were good to go.
Good to go.
The air maintenance device.
I was
We're
supposed to
good to
go do
go. I
one thing
rolled out.
today and it got postponed early on. They wanted to postpone it to Thursday. No biggie. And then all of a sudden I got a call saying, "Hey, our whole plumbing backflow is frozen." And immediately I know who's calling me. I know the location they're at, and I'm like, "Okay." Well, the sprinkler one is about, a foot away. So how's that one doing? She's like, "Can you come check it?" So I said, "I'll be there." So it was like my
I
service
had
call of the
six
day.
service calls.
Yeah?
I had six of them. Yeah, man. I was up in a ladder
It's
and then,
it's
dude,
so
I
rare
walked
up
into
here.
extended stay and I was like gagging. The smell was
Oh,
terrible.
an extended stay?
Oh,
What is
dude.
that? What do you
Yeah.
mean?
So extended stay is where you go to, it's like in a hotel, but you can stay for extended
Oh, I
period of
like that
time.
light. Oh, turn that
Yeah.
on. Can you keep
Yeah,
that
it's
on
my
for us?
other phone. It's my other
Boom.
phone.
All right, well, are you watching the road?
Yeah, I stopped. I pulled over.
Oh,
I had the wrong address.
how many did you get, BC? I think he gave me a thumb. I think he gave me a middle finger. I mean, let me zoom
Where
that
the
thing in.
fuck am I
When I
going?
zoom that fucker in, he's flipping me off. He got none. Yeah, you're in Vegas, bro. That's where you reside. The pipe's probably boiling in the summer or something.
Oh, dude, they're probably like melting. The
Probably
plastic's
fucking
probably melting.
melts. Just did a 14-hour day of strictly emergency calls, freeze up seas, and Turpy Daniels. Get it, brother. Uh oh. All right, I guess this is the Bobby Show. Big Bry has checked out. Let's see if we can get him back. So, here on the Bobby Show, no, I'm just kidding. I wonder, he probably just hit the wrong button. We gave him another email. We'll give him a second. He should be right back. Oh, here he is. Let's see. Boom. Here he is, checking in live from the ATL.
Hey,
What'd you do? Switch phones?
yeah, I have. What? I'm just trying to make it work, brother. Bear
Whatever,
with me.
whatever you need. I'm with you.
Yeah, bear with me. Woo!
Do your thing.
Late night.
Let me change your
All
name
right,
again. Bam. All right, welcome back.
back in. Thanks,
Yeah,
buddy.
we didn't know
Thanks.
what happened. We didn't know all of a sudden you just crashed or something.
No, I got a phone call,
I feel
and
like a
I.
tweaker fiending for a service call. Yeah, but I don't know about in Vegas. It's probably different kinds of service calls.
I wonder what kind of service calls it. It's not frozen pipe.
In Vegas, I know. What would you get?
You would get. Oh shit! I bet you would get a lot of hangers on sprinkler heads.
Yeah, or like drunk people opening up fucking hose valves.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. Like, I mean, I get it, but like, I want to say I ran six. We pulled some guys from new construction as far as like service calls and stuff. And customers are like, well, you need to come and fix this now, or we need to renegotiate our contract. I need to get my building up. You need to go over here now. Like,
We'll get there
like
when we get
you
there. We're
know,
trying our best.
yeah, yeah, I know it.
There's
It's
only so
crazy.
there's only so many sprinkler fitters. They're not taught to be sprinkler fitters in school.
No, that's why we're doing this to try to change that.
Or messing with a tamper in a hotel. Yeah, that's Chris's best service call. Is the tweaker shuts a tamper halfway. He's got to go just open it back up. You gotta
Wow.
love this needs to be done today. You and everybody else, lady. We're on our
Yeah, I
way.
know.
Do you think you're the only
What
one
about the
frozen? Why don't you heat your shit?
what about the nursing home? What about the high rise that doesn't have any water at all? What about them?
Oh
I
yeah,
had to go and turn on your freaking shopping center. Get the fuck out of here!
yeah. That's it.
Like there's
He says we're doing God's work, fellas. It's just crazy. And then it was like countrywide, except for wherever Chris is. Nothing's freezing there. But so many people that normally don't have it, and I wasn't expecting it. We have a whole service department, and we got a whopping 2 calls, and I think they both came from the same place. And then this morning, I just got the call. That thing was
so what
it
it
was
was
close
the
to being frozen,
temperature. It was the
solid.
temperature plus the wind.
The
The
wind.
wind chill on that day because it went down to 10 degrees here in Atlanta, and then the wind puts it at zero. And we've never been there ever, ever.
In Atlanta, that's the lowest. You've never been that
Yeah,
low?
no, never,
Woo!
never been that low.
That's gonna make some work for
Not
people.
not with that wind chill. I have plumber friends of mine calling me asking for help. It is terrible. I mean, I think I said this last night, but the one of the deputy chief fire marshals called me that I'm buddies with, and he told me as of 10 o'clock on Friday there was a 2,150 broken pipe calls.
That's wild.
Yeah,
That's one
that
city.
is one city,
That's
two
one
thousand one
city.
hundred and fifty calls. He
How's
knew
it?
he called me because he kept getting complaints from the building management and all that because the fire department would come in there, shut everything, and then the guys would be like, "Well, help me find it." And the firefighters tell them to go fuck off because they got to go and go to the next call. And all they did, they didn't even park the truck all night. They just went to call to call to call. When I left the high rise I was at, I saw there was two back to back high rises that had the fire alarms going.
Crazy. I want to know the
Insane. I
amount of
felt
the
like I was in a
water
movie,
damage. What's
man.
the water damage total on all those buildings?
Well,
Yeah,
here's one. The one I was at has 27 floors, right? The pipe bust on the 27th floor on the penthouse. When I rolled, if you look at my last reel, when I roll in there, all that water's coming down from the penthouse. While I was there, I walked outside of
Ooh,
the fire alarm panel room that's in the lobby, and the ceiling tiles were falling with water behind it.
that's
I thought
awful.
that it seemed like the building was coming down. It was crazy.
That is awful. I can't even
Uh,
imagine. Yeah, Jay
and then
Simmons is
now,
right. We're used to that. We're used to this weather here, but we still get like those rogue ones, or like the maintenance guy that doesn't drain the drum drips.
oh yeah, yeah. I went to a factory and that was it. I got a weird call. So I did an inspection on a fire pump at this factory this month. Passed, no problems. But pipe busted on the dry system on the drum drip on a drum drip that they didn't know about. Fire pump did not uh, kick on. So I went there this morning to kind of troubleshoot it. Pump seemed fine. It was somehow the reset. The it's not a fuse. There's a link inside of the. Now I do not condone anybody opening a uh, fire pump controller, but there was a like link that was a little loose, so it wouldn't kick it on. And there's 480 in there, so I adjusted that because I want to be safe and everything, and fixed it. So
Do you lick your
crazy
fingers? Do
day.
you lick your fingers before that?
No, I licked the link. I get in there. That's what fixes it.
Oh
Hey,
shit. I
did
stay
you
the
see
fuck
that
out of
stairwell
there. I call an
right
electrician.
under? Yeah, yeah. Don't go in there. Anybody? No, no. That stuff you have to turn off at the road. It's not like a. There's no kill switch close by.
Damn, you need
If
like
you're
some
get
rubber gloves or something. Let me send you
Yeah,
some of
if
my
you
rubber
get
gloves.
got,
It might help you a little bit.
you got your orange Amazon gloves.
They, I love them fucking gloves.
Oh
Oh,
man,
that's so good. I
let's
love
go.
I love gloves until the safety guy tells me to put gloves on, then I'll just point to the 300. You point right to that picture on the 300 where it says no gloves, and the safety guy will just be so perplexed he doesn't know what to do because he wants you to wear
He's like,
gloves, but the machine that you're
yeah.
using says don't fucking wear gloves. Every tool that we use says not to wear gloves. The
Even
bandsaw,
on
the machine.
even on the drills,
Yeah, you're not supposed to wear
anything that
gloves.
rotates, anything that rotates.
And
Yeah.
uh, and the safety guys nowadays they preach gloves. Really walking around, you know. They want you to
Well,
have a
it's the
glove
only
on.
thing they can. They need to get their, their hard on,
Arc flash
somehow.
suits. I don't know. Maybe the service guys. I don't fuck around with the inside of the. I build new shit.
So
So anytime I'm
allegedly,
fucking
I do not.
with a fire pump, anytime I'm fucking with a fire pump controller, I have a local 103 IBEW electrician and probably a couple of them with me when we open that baby because they wired it and they know about
Woo.
all the little fucking trinkets that are in there. I do the pipes. I do the pipes, bro. I don't need no arc flash suit. If I'm going in an
Yeah.
arc
So
flash suit, you guys will see it. I'll guarantee it. That'll be
I will
on
not ever
Mad
do it.
Reels.
I'll never do it unless I get over to school. I ain't doing it.
I'm
Now I
like a
say
special
all this,
blueprint sprink.
but like the link with that was talking about, it was it was right there in front of me, and I felt safe.
Yeah,
But
if you know what you're doing.
I don't do it. If my office asks me to do it, I'll ask them for an email and then send it to my attorney.
I could read the
Like let's
shit out of
log
a
this.
blueprint. And I'm on I got an iPad and I'm on Procore and I do Bluebeam fucking sideways with the zoom action, 3D prints, you name it. And then I also do like old nasty shit like I rolled up to today, where everything was just about. It wasn't frozen solid, and that's what they had going for them. Luckily, the copper gave way. It was almost like it was almost like a low air indicator. When the domestic blew out, we know to go save the sprinkler.
Yeah, the those backflows are extremely expensive.
I got a new arc flash suit today. Yeah, that exact model backflow we had at a different job years back, 4 inch, and both of the tops of the backflows blew off when they froze. It broke at like the
Jeez.
different when the casing changed. Nah, the
I
brass ain't
want,
mine. I'm not a big scrap guy. I did in my apprentice. So when I was an apprentice back in my day, so in like 2008, obviously like the world was collapsing. Gas was about as high as it is now, and scrap was really high. I remember a 5 gallon bucket of heads would get you $100 if you just had those nice old brass heads.
really.
We did a series of mills with this company where we would take out all the piping and we put all new piping and we would save every head and we would have like 5, 6 buckets at the end of every week, and we'd go cash them in, and we'd split it amongst the crew. That
I
was my
save
own.
my backflows that replaced. If I'm ripping out a backflow, I save it. I cut it up with a bandsaw, and I throw it in a bucket. I get 100 pounds. I take it to the scrap yard. I'll probably get like 250.
You
Now
can
you
you
can't
can.
take it in a work truck. They won't give you
Do
anything
you
until.
need a certificate for backflows?
Yes, yes. It requires a state license.
Yeah, if you're
You go to
servicing it. If you're
school.
servicing it, right?
If you're servicing it, it's a fine line. So I repair them all, but some
So
jurisdictions require
to repair it, you need the license.
you need a license to inspect it and to repair
Cause
it.
I put them babies in, and sometimes they're not like 100 right out of the crate, and you gotta fuck with them, and I'm fucking with it, and I got a sprinkler
Are you
license.
who's testing it?
The city comes out, the fire department.
Okay, they test it.
The
So I
sorry,
have
the
an
water
inspection.
department. Water department.
Okay, here in Georgia, you can go to school and get your license. Like I have my license, so I'll go and test it. And then I am certified also to repair.
That's why the new controllers have the voltage and amp readouts on the display in the outside. But I've done tests on older controllers where you had to take the readings inside while it's running. Definitely a little sketchy when you're wet from pitot readings. Jeez, oh man.
So let me clarify. Let me give some knowledge on this. So let me whoever who said that?
That's Jay
Who wrote
Simmons.
that?
He's getting himself completely wet and
Oh
he's
shit.
going in there and cuddling up, he
Hell
said.
no.
No,
When you said you when you say you have to, who's telling you have to?
no, he didn't. He's just saying like he had to get a reading on the older controller
Yeah.
while it was running.
Don't ever do that again. Not without don't ever do that again. Not without being certifications. And then also your company cannot force you either. Same is it goes for the same. Obviously it's not
Oh,
as
how do you
dangerous.
get the readings then? That's probably what he's
You
gonna
don't.
say.
You don't. You do not get the readings.
You don't? You tell him to fuck off? What do you put in
No.
that what do you put in that section on the paper?
Unable to read
F
readings.
F U?
Yeah, you can do that. I've done that
I
before.
failed my test, but I
Yeah.
repair them. Then someone else comes and tags the backflow. Well, I mean that works. Dude,
Yeah.
it's part of the sprinkler system, no?
Um.
It's part of the
So
sprinkler
y-
system. I have a
yes.
license in my
Yeah.
state
Yeah.
to install and service sprinkler systems, and that's fucking part of it. And if I need to fix it, I'm going in there. We're gonna
I'm not
fix it.
sure with the mass, deal, but like if we had a new construction and we're putting in a backflow, new construction guys would do it. And like even if I was there, let's say I was there to enforce it, right? I would, as an official for the city, I still wouldn't say anything. I mean, those guys know what they're doing,
Turpy
and
Daniels.
installing it is installing it.
Turpy Daniels is saying in New Jersey you need a licensed plumber to install or repair on site, and sprinklers can get their backflow certs. Huh.
So some jurisdictions
That
in
makes sense.
Georgia is like that, where you have to be a master plumber. Do we listen? No, no, we don't. Still a business.
Yeah, that's my backflow. Sprinkler backflow. It should be
Yeah.
touched only by sprinkler fitters. If you're touching the sprinkler
No,
backflow,
I agree.
I would say, hey, sir, ma'am, do you have a sprinkler license? And they'd be like, oh no. And I'd be like, all right, well then don't touch my fucking shit.
Yeah, I don't want plumbers touching any of my stuff. I've seen some work.
We
Yeah,
gave away a lot. We gave some of the work away in Boston to the plumbers. Like if it's dry, if it doesn't have a sprinkler head on it, they can do it.
yeah,
It's this weird. It's a weird rule. So a lot of the dry standpipes, plumbers will bid on that and get it. But if it has a sprinkler head,
really.
it has to be a sprinkler fitter that puts the head in.
So straight standpipe, like dry, sort of FDC kind of thing.
Yep, they can like plumbers can do like all the piping
Hmm.
and they'll like put it into the sprinkler room. It's weird. I don't know if anyone is in my area
I guess it's.
that can maybe articulate better what I'm trying to say, but there's some kind of instance like
Whew.
that, like a dry standpipe in a parking garage. Like
Hmm.
plumbers can and will do it. They just did it in the at the casino we built. They had like one floor and like we had the other floor.
Well, when we do fire alarm new construction, typically we will contract an electrician company to run conduit. So they'll run all of our piping, and then we go back and run the wire. So we'll kind of like work together on fire alarm as well. So let me ask you this. All right,
WTF?
scenario, right? So let's say I had that this morning. I went to that attic leak, right? Blew out. Gosh, and and there's a branch line. You're in like it's a long branch line, right? And then the middle head broke. How would you go about? Would you just get a bandsaw, cut it, and then
What are you
do an
talking?
air groover, like
Plastic?
to repair it?
Is it
No,
plastic?
iron pipe, inch and a quarter.
Inch and a quarter. So I mean, now that I have my threader, I'd probably get up there and thread it. But yeah, in the air groove that bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's is it grooved pipe already, or is it threaded?
It's threaded, but I figured you can cut it in half, groove it, throw on a coupling, roll out.
I'd probably measure
But
making.
it's
I'd probably measure making to making from the tee, from each tee, and then I would have the shop cut me thread by grooves. Like you probably got what 10? You probably got 10/6 in between those pieces.
yeah,
Yeah, so you just yeah, so just get half of that with a coupling. Thread by groove, baby. Have the shop cut it and just go pick it up. I don't know if that's way out of your way. Just make it in the back of the truck. All right, 5.3.
so the thing is, I don't have anything like
If you're
I'm the
using a
I'm
double
our
O nine,
our
you want
pump
to go
guy.
like 5.2 and 7/8 to leave room for that double. And you should put a double O nine because the service guys really love them. It's their favorite coupling. Just groove the son of a bitch. Yeah, it's gonna. But like, I can already. He said attic, and as soon as he says attic, my fucking neck starts to get itchy. He's up there,
Oh
he's in
yeah,
insulation. He's gonna be fucking sweating. All his pores are open, and he's fucking grooving that fucking thing. Unless you get the 1/4 inch hex by half adapter, and then you get the 1/2 inch drive extension, and you get a 975, and you just fucking you go up there and groove it in a second.
yeah. So I don't have anything on my truck. Like I have tested inspection stuff, and then I have like just
Yeah.
basics.
So how does that work? Do you get to go to the store and buy all new shit, or you just gotta go to the shop and pick it up?
Yeah, no. Usually I buy whatever I need. I just go to the store buy it.
All right, you need a 1/2 inch drive Milwaukee drill with a couple 6.0 batteries.
Now I have a Milwaukee set.
You need a
I got a
970. You
set,
need a
but I don't.
975 rigid groover.
Well, so I want to keep doing what I'm doing. So what I do, my role, I have a lot of hats, but like technician wise, um, I handle like the specialty stuff that no one else can.
So that 1.25 inch line you're talking about up in the ceiling, I have everything in the van
So,
to do that. I could roll up and do that. I'd probably be back in my van like within an hour.
oh really? So you would in air groove it, right?
No, I have my
You wouldn't
threader. I
put.
have my threader, so I would just thread it. Well, it depends. Where's it broken? Also, I don't see it, but I would grab a 10 footer of the 1.25 inch pipe, and I'd grab a couple threaded couplings. Maybe toss a
So
union
it
in
was on
there.
a
I'll
T.
dope the
It was on
face
a
of the
T.
union too to make everybody all crazy.
It was on a T.
The T blew out.
Yeah, a T blew out
So
right
then,
out the side.
then so those
It's really
threads are
cool to look
good.
at.
Those threads are good. The T blew
Yeah,
out. Bam. So screw the T back into one side and put that head back together. And then you bandsaw that baby like I don't know 2 foot
yeah,
away.
it's fitting, huh?
Thread it in the air. Mega press. Yeah, mega press would be sick. Then you don't need
Oh,
anything.
dude.
Fucking plain. Just bandsaw it. Oh, that would be.
Yeah,
You could screw the T onto one side. First, you would dope the threads and then put tape over the dope.
absolutely every time.
And then I'd backspin that T on, put the head back in, right? Then you already have the piece you need. Bandsaw it, dope and tape, obviously again, screw it back in, and then you just slide on your mega press coupling and boom, plane by plane. Man. Mike Berg, down here in Miami-Dade County, plumbers can test domestic and fire backflows, but fire can only test fire backflows. Those bastards.
Right.
Yes, cut it and groove. No, it takes too long, Bobby. What's taking too long?
I don't know, but
Depends on
you're
it
you're
depends
right,
on what you
man.
have in the van. It all de- I'm de- Whatever I have in the van is the way that I'm gonna do it. If I gotta go all the way to the shop and get something that's gonna be a little bit faster, well, it's fucking slower because I gotta go to the shop. So if I'm gonna thread it,
Right.
like I got 1.25 inch threaded couplings. I have double O nines of every size because that's what I'm putting in because it's fast. I can slap them on. I know what they look like. I know they're fucking on there, and I know that every service guy that shows up is just gonna be like, "Thank you for putting that on." Right? Mega press. We gotta get mega press,
Always.
dude.
We need it. I think that's the future. But how is Mega Press with iron?
I'm a big double O nine guy. I watched a bunch
I
of
think
video.
you're
I
right,
watched a
man.
bunch of videos. I tried to get Viega to send me a mega press so I could, put videos and show people, but they told me to fuck myself basically.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day I'll have 5 grand. it's gotta be worth it for. I could probably get them to buy it. It's just a matter of it'd be tough to use in the hospitals. The hospitals, first off, they won't let me use flex hoses. There's no flex heads in any of the hospitals that I'm associated with. You can't use them.
Mm,
They also don't let me.
interesting.
You can't groove anything like 2 inch in a hospital has to be threaded. Anything below that has to be threaded. 2.5 and up, you can groove it. So you have to also know where you're at. You're talking about an attic. What was it? A house?
Yeah, it was a old. Let me tell you some history on it. So I lo- first off, I love my city, so I know a lot of history. But this building was a really old apartment complex, and it was nice back in the day. It's across the street from what is now like the Fulton County jail and courthouses. And this building is what used to hold all the dictators, not dictators, fucking uh, all like the royalty and presidents and anybody that is a person that needs to be
Basically
like
dictators.
protected. Yeah, right. Basically, and I'm trying to be, little,
Double O nines are horrible.
yeah. So it used to hold all those people. So it used to be really nice. Everything's brick and stuff. Back when for the Olympics. But now it's just
Now
shitty
you just
apartments.
gotta limp that thing back together. I'd cut it right on the break. So to shave my
That's what I'm gonna
mustache in
do
my
is
sleep, you'd
cut it right off.
probably I don't know. That'd be tough for you.
You'll get shot.
That'd be wicked tough. You can't see it behind right above out of reach is a driveway a driveway alert, I guess you would call it. It's like someone pulls in my driveway, it would give me a little I get a little jingle and I get excited when that thing comes off. It's usually Jeff, and when I say Jeff, I'm talking about Amazon. But
Yeah.
that jingle also alerts the dogs. And then the dogs, so I don't know if you'd be able to I don't think it would be in your best interest to sneak up on me in my sleep, we should say. Cuz I
It's
would turn
difficult.
into 007, if you know what I'm saying. But I'm going to
And then with the
I'm going to
dogs
double O
too.
nine it, baby. Yeah, the dogs. I got two big ass dogs. They're mad. One of the dogs is blind, but she's still got a very good sense of direction. She knows right where she's going. Um, and
That's cool.
she's more vicious now that she's blind. Her
Mm.
eyes have that look. You know, like a I don't know. Her eyes just have that look, man. I wouldn't fuck with her. Her name's Lola. I got her from Puerto
Lola.
Rico.
Okay. What like she got on a boat?
Yep,
She came over as an immigrant and you adopted her?
that's my baby. Yeah, she bit me on day one.
No.
I was like, I'll take her.
That's how you know she's a keeper.
Yeah, it's a Sato. They call him a Sato, Sato, Sato Rescue. I don't know. She got scooped up on the streets, and we got her from Sterling Animal Shelter. You rescue the
That's
dog, you're like,
cool.
oh, I'm gonna rescue it instead of, it's still mad money to rescue a dog. You don't just get it.
But in Latin America, and there's dogs freaking everywhere, man. Like when
Yeah,
I
well,
went
that's
over
what I'm
to
saying.
Brazil back in
They scooped it
February.
they scooped it out of Puerto Rico for free, shipped it here, and then I paid $500 for it.
Yeah, we're in the wrong business. So with the money exchange in Puerto Rico, I want to say it's like American dollars 5 times theirs.
Ooh,
So you paid them
the American dollar is 5 times where?
in Puerto Rico. It is 5.7 in Brazil in reals. Give me for an example. I went to a super high end. Uh,
Damn, that sounds legit.
uh,
You'd be like
yeah,
royalty. Take my
pretty
paycheck over
much,
there. Be like, what's good?
pretty much. In Brazil, I went to a really high end sushi restaurant. I ordered essentially their money, like $200 worth of sushi, and then I bought drinks for a table of five. There was five of us, right? When I got home, I looked at my Amex, $20,
What?
$20,
$20, dude?
$20.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing I did in Brazil. I freaking ate. Now, like clothes and jewelry is kind of like, still expensive and stuff, but like where you get your money's worth is food and drinks. Because I would
Damn,
go
that's good
to,
to know.
I would get like a $7 their their price beer, right? And it was like I want to say 15 cents. 20
And
cents.
a shout out to Wild Will. He's gonna take me to. I'm gonna get him on the show one of these times, and he's also gonna take me to Brazil.
He's gonna take you to Brazil.
Yeah, Wild
If you
Will.
want to go
That's
to
my dude.
if you speaking of Puerto Rico, if you want to go to Puerto Rico, I'm going in March.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
I
man.
don't know if I could swing Puerto Rico in March. I'm going to Florida on like fucking Monday. Sunday?
Yeah.
Sunday? Monday? The first?
Yeah.
I was trying to take a limo to Logan, like 'cause there's 10 of us, so I was like, we'll just get a limo, but it's like it doesn't make sense. I want to just drive
There's
my
10 of y'all.
I
So
want to
you're
just
driving from Boston to Florida. Jeez.
No, 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 no. I'm driving from Fitchburg to Boston Logan and I'm jumping my ass on a fucking JetBlue fucking plane.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay. I was just gonna
but to
say,
park the
goodness, man.
vehicle at Logan's like $30 a day. There's 10 of us, so we need two vehicles.
Oh,
So, but that even that is still cheaper than the cost of a limo.
yeah. Or
And
like
then
a
I gotta be
Uber.
like a passenger, and I gotta like wait. Like I want to just fucking I want to drive into the airport, and then when I get home, I want to fucking and fucking drive out of there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
See, Atlanta,
the limo
we're
sounds sick, but it's just not. It's not worth it for me.
uh, the kids would think it was cool. Kids would think it'd be
Yeah,
dope.
do I have to buckle them in, or do you just trust that
I don't.
fucking asshole
I
driving?
don't think so.
I
You
don't know,
trust
man.
anybody? Come on.
No, I want to strap that fucker in. I want to
I
strap
know.
both of my kids in. I don't know the guy that's driving me. That's the other thing, and you can't even see him. I'm in the back. I'm just gonna drive myself and pay to park that thing daily, $30, $40, whatever it is, paying for it. What's up, Cody? Yep, North Florida. Down here in Miami, it has only gotten to 45-ish and already warming back up. That's it. The weather's looking good.
40,
The weather wasn't
45 is
prompt.
cold in
It's like,
Miami, man.
yeah, well, I was looking at fucking it was freezing. I'm like, I'm trying to get away from the northeast cold and go down to Florida, and you guys are like fucking frozen down there.
What's the temperature for next week when you're down there?
What's the temperature in like Orlando next week? Come on back, Mike.
Let's go.
He's in North Florida. Oh, North Florida.
Orlando.
Down here in Miami, it's gotten to 45-ish.
Orlando should
So
be pretty cold, man. I mean, it should be warm. I was in a couple years ago. I was in. I went to Disney World in December, New Year's Day. I was swimming in the pool in Orlando.
I got a buddy in Jacksonville, and those outside OSNY and backflows ain't holding up in some spots. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That those babies are just gonna blast off. Come to Vegas. It's warm here. I would definitely want to do Vegas. I gotta plan that out. Is there like a
Yeah,
dune? Is there a dune where I go four wheeling? I want to take. Can't you do a helicopter ride from Vegas and then go over the Grand Canyon? That's how I want to do the Grand Canyon. It's like 5 beans to take that helicopter ride. I'll do it.
I love helicopter rides.
But I also want to like hit up a dune with like a
I
fucking
want to go.
like a sick banshee with like some paddle tires and like an extended swing arm.
Speaking of a helicopter, I want to go shoot pigs out
130
of a
bucks? I can
helicopter.
do that helicopter? 130?
So my
I'm gonna do that
helicopter
once a day.
is 220 for like a 40-minute ride around Atlanta.
Yeah, but this one's gonna go over the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
He's saying
How long
130
though?
bucks.
Yeah, well, see, it depends on the duration of time.
Yeah, well maybe he'll
So like
fucking
mine
maybe for
was,
like an extra hundo he'll stop us down there. We can get out and fucking kick rocks.
I think the helicopter ride you want to do is shooting pigs
Ooh, huh. That sounds exhilarating.
with a machine gun.
Yeah, where they're like really overpopulated.
Yeah, you can do it in Texas. It's legal to shoot them.
It's a romantic
Yes.
thing, the Grand Canyon? Nah. We're not doing it romantic. We're doing it fucking Bobby style. I want to have the doors open so we
Yeah,
can take some good videos.
no.
Need a Glamis trip. Yeah, let's go. You haven't seen my Yamaha, baby?
Your four
I'm
wheelers.
so obsessed with sprinklers. I don't show you guys any of the fucking fun shit that I got. I got a I splurged and went and got a brand new 2019 YFZ 450. It was left over. A car salesman bought it he was like comparing it to a Raptor. He's like, I didn't realize how low it was. He was like a big tall dude. I stole it off of him. Basically $1,000 off a sticker price. And that's my baby.
That's wild, man.
That's my third YFZ. But I'd love to hit up Glamis. I just don't like what would I do? Would I truck my shit out there? I think I'd rather just rent something, but I need to rent I want to be on something sick. What are you doing, Brian? You trying to break into someone's house?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Hello,
Oh,
everyone.
hello.
So I was working. What?
Because we were talking here, and Jake is inside, and
He's in
nobody
here?
was here.
Well,
Like,
I'm sorry.
nobody
I
was
tried to
talking.
catch you at your gym, and then you just left. Like as soon as you just like dipped out.
Oh, you were trying to catch me at the gym?
Yeah, I was just gonna
Oh,
leave
baby,
the
that's
the.
sweet.
All right, baby.
Are you leaving?
Yeah, I want to go home. I gotta be up early, like 4:30.
Oh, I didn't know we were making a pit stop.
Yeah, I was working up north, like an hour north, and I was on my way back. I figured I'd drop off some flowers.
All right, you do your thing. I'm going back to the comments.
Yeah, all right. Bye, baby.
98 CR 250R. Yeah, I bet that thing does rip. TRX 450. The 450s just live, man. I've never had a problem with my Yamaha 450s. My buddy's got the YZ 250. Is it a YZF 250? It's the dirt bike four-stroke 250, and we switch off, and the thing is fucking awesome. And then another buddy, little Bobby's actually got a KTM 250 two-stroke. Is it? Maybe it's a 125. I don't know, but that's a fucking blast to get on a two-stroke. Just
I'll send you some pictures of what I'll be. I'm gonna be riding four wheelers Sunday, taking the kids and the girlfriends.
I wanna
That
do
sounds complicated.
I wanna do Glamis. No, one of you guys said Glamis. I mean, I obviously know about Glamis. I mean, I'm on the East Coast. We watch videos of that place. We dream about it. Watch you guys both crest the hill and fucking collide.
Where is that at? Is that in Las Vegas?
It's in Cali or like, it's over there. Maybe right on the line. Yeah, it's in Cali. Been riding since I was young. Need to get out there once. Yeah, I might like
Is that near Logo?
all
Is
my
it
all
North
my buddies ride. We
California?
all ride four wheelers and dirt bikes out here in Central Mass. There's a lot of good place to ride in Central Mass. We got a huge sand pit that basically we all rode in our whole life.
What time you gotta get up in the morning?
I'm like at 5 o'clock, like
Yeah.
qu-
I think it
quarter
works like.
quarter of 5. I got up early today because the van was covered in fucking snow, so I got to get up like 20 minutes early.
Jeez.
It snowed like twice, and I've had to clean the van off like 4 times. It makes no sense.
Yeah. Sorry about the detour, man. I just figured,
No, that
since
was
I'm
good. You
heading
didn't
down.
give us a heads up. It just looked like all of a sudden you were trying to break in somewhere.
Yeah. Speaking of break in, I was at the extended stay hotel.
He's just at the girl's house.
And and
Oh, that's good.
just now tonight, and I had my I had two 14s, rigids, and then I had my little tool pouch. And the guy said, you going to do some work? I was like, nah, man, if the guy owes me some money, I'm coming to talk to him. If it gets loud, just ignore it. I didn't say anything after that. I just like waited for a little bit. We get to our floor, and I'm like, man, I'm just kidding.
I'm
And
just
he's like,
kidding,
looked
right?
at me.
It's Atlanta. He's like, do you, boo boo.
Yeah, yeah.
Glamis is
He's like,
Southern
I
California. Yeah. 10 deep with trailers. Let's go.
10 deep with trailers. I
So
want to see some pictures and
you
some videos.
yeah, just picture like a sick sand dune that's filled with fucking mad trailers and dirt bikes and um, they got all those. They got like dune buggies.
I want a side by side.
You have rock crawler things just geared differently with paddle tires, fucking shooting rooster tails.
Oh yeah.
What looks really cool is in the Middle East when they have like those they got like a forerunner with twin turbos and the thing just and they're going up the
Yeah.
hill and they just roost each other.
With the big, it's like a wide, puffy rear tire.
Or they're yeah, oh yeah. Or they're going like 100 miles an hour down a 4 lane and then they just cut it. sideways in an SUV. I want to do that shit.
That's
You
nuts.
park in a giant circle so the kids can run around. Yeah, that's sick. My kid up. My kid rides out there on the quad with me. My 6-year-old. Up until this year, he's got a Raptor 90, which is fucking super big for a 6-year-old, and he's like a smaller 6-year-old. But he made it out to the pit with only flipping it over on himself once, and he bounced right up from it. I was fucking nervous when that thing. He went up a berm. He just couldn't. I don't know. It caught an edge or something. He went right up a berm, and the thing flipped over on him. Luckily, he has every piece of protection he can get.
I have a crazy story for you. Speaking of like motorsports, so in Atlanta, there's a super high end um, apartment complex, and this not a well condos, right? Super high end, high. It's a high rise. I want to say there's around like 37 floors, probably something around there, and they allowed you to build like the layout however you want it, and then they always change it, right? So the sprinkler system is always changing. So I was there for to inspect the building after a demo, and I get up there and it's gutted. There's 3 rooms, a kitchen, and 2 bathrooms, and everything else is like gone. And they have like a couple of couches and a TV, and it's like it looks like no one lives there. But around the high rise, like all the walls are like glass. Then you just see the city. They have go karts, and then right at the glass they have these little bumpers that they had installed. So the floor, like their condo, which is this is $4.5 million. It's only to be used when they're bringing their private jet to be serviced. And the guy was there, and and since we were in his condo, and yeah, he just has 4 go karts. They ride around,
Really,
and
on like the top floor?
yeah, yeah, it's like I want to say it's like the 34th floor.
Holy shit! You gonna go right out the
Yeah,
side like a fucking Bruce Willis movie.
yeah. So he has these like bumpers, like cored into the side. There's this all it's a concrete slab. So he pulled up the hardwood that was on there and just kept a concrete slab.
Oh, he cored and put railings. They aren't just on the glass.
Yeah,
That seems
it looks
crazy.
terrible. It looks terrible. He was like, I don't care. This is fun. So
How
I
did
thought
you
it would
not
be kind of
videotape that
crazy.
whole thing?
I did. I did. I thought it was nuts. I even got in a go kart, man.
Did you?
Who could, I
That
mean,
was
it
my
was
next
freaking
question.
crazy. Yeah. Inspecting that building was wild. It just, this guy was like one of the Middle Eastern, like oil sheiks,
Was the
like,
sprinklers were the sprinklers okay? In like even though they demoed everything?
no, that was fun. He put in, it's just concealed heads. He
Huh.
still has like yeah,
That's exciting. I want to
it's
see it.
that condo is only for when he's there for his private jet. He's a young guy, like in his 20s, but his parents
Damn.
own
You
probably like probably
must be
own oil
bored. He must
fields.
be bored as fuck when he's servicing that thing. Fucking hunk of
I
junk. He's
know.
got to service that thing all the time probably. He just wants to hang out and chill.
When they fly us from the Middle East, it has to be a big plane too,
Yeah. Fucking change the oil in that bad boy. How much does it cost to change the oil in my jet, kid?
or just like a straight service. What is that?
I don't know.
And
Can
it
you
has to be a big jet in
can you
order to
rotate the
cross the
tires and
pond.
change the oil in my fucking 747? I'm gonna go do bumper cars on 37.
Yeah, isn't that freaking nuts?
That's fucked up.
Oh man, freaking nuts! It's probably one of the wildest things I've seen.
So are you gonna be doing
Uh,
more freeze fixing tomorrow, or are you gonna do normal shit?
no, all week. Atlanta is underwater all week. All
Atlanta
I'm
is
doing
underwater.
all day.
So
14.
that thing that you gotta go fix in the attic, you can't defer that to somebody else? What's up, Panzika?
Yeah, whoever goes and does it. I'm basically just going to do what I can. 'Cause I don't have anything really on my truck. So I'm pulling
Load
heads from spare head
load that
boxes
bitch
and getting
up,
them ready.
dude. Load that bitch up.
We don't have it. We don't
What?
have it. We don't have a spare
Where's the
machine.
supply house? Go buy that shit. Put a cap on that
Yep.
thing and load that sucker.
I don't have a machine. You know, I don't have any like cutters. I don't have any groovers. I don't
Cha-ching.
have none of that.
You need a rigid cordless threader. I mean, a Milwaukee cordless threader.
Where are you putting the oil up there? You just having a bucket, like on the top step?
Can you get the oil with you think?
Well, I'm just asking you how you normally do it. You have to oil it.
Fucking hold it like an asshole. That's the sketchiest part. But if it's in the floor joist, I guess it depends on how high the line is above the joist, the ceiling joist. I would just picture
It
the
wasn't.
oil. I would picture the oiler sitting on the joist, and I'm just threading.
So you're pretty filthy when you're doing that. 'Cause that oil
No,
has to get
no,
all over the place.
no. Stay nice and clean.
You just hold it
I
away
get
from you.
nuclear, but I'm also not going crazy with it. So on one of my videos,
Just keeping it
you
wet,
can
huh?
see me on the ladder with the oiler. I'm actually up in the. I take that oil everywhere. I don't get it on me.
Yeah.
Just get a he. Chris says just get a groover and a load of 009s. You'll be good to go.
Ruber, 009.
Couple,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
a
That's
bunch
what
of
I was talking about. Like I was
009s.
gonna slice it with a bandsaw, but really, like from what you were saying, I was like, oh shit, yeah, I could back out the busted T and then just replace the T,
The
put
threads
in
are
the
good.
drop. Drop's still good, yeah, and then the head's still good too. Head looks great.
Most of the times the threads are good. It's just that T that breaks. I hate you, Bobby.
I was
009s,
whacking
baby.
it.
I love them fucking things.
So do you use them in the?
Oh,
I was talking
that's
2 inch
all we
and
use.
up, right?
Thousands and thousands and thousands. 8 inch. You know how quick they are? You just grab it. Done. To the next one. It's so fucking fast. Yeah, thousands. I mean, I think we put up like 15 miles of pipe. You figure 10 miles of that pipe was grooved, and all of it was 009s, except for the ones where I had to put flex going through the floor, or in like a couple tough spots where we put just flex couplings. 005, 00. Is it the fives? No, it's like a 007. I forget what it is. Flex coupling through the floor, through the slab, through the block. Crates at
Flex coupling.
009s. There's nothing like a crate with like a couple thousand 009s in it. It just has like that smell. It's the best smell.
So I had a Yeti jug, like a 64 ounce when they first came out, and then that was like my water bottle for everything fire. Like anytime I'll go to like new construction, I'll throw it in the crate of fittings. I just always had it with me. This month, it actually finally sprung a leak down at the bottom where it curls.
Shit the bed. Put some JB Weld on that thing. You can fix it.
Yeah, and I was upset.
You
I
can
should have
fix
had a
it.
welder like I should have had a welder like just TIG weld it
It's
real quick,
leaking
you
from
know?
the outside.
Yeah, it was leaking through.
Don't they have? It should have two fucking. It's got an inside and an outside.
It was beat up. Like, I mean,
I think you
just
broke it twice.
yeah, what 14, 14 years, I guess, 15 years,
Oh damn.
or whenever they started. Like as soon as they came out, I bought one.
You still have it?
No, I threw it away. It was even powder coated.
Damn. You should have taken a picture and tagged Yeti.
Yeah,
I would have made
oh, that
Yeti. I would have
shit.
made Yeti share my old ass jug. So how far are you from home now?
18 minutes. So I was an hour north of her. So I was like 2 hours away from home. So I figured I'm headed, halfway is her. So I'll just grab some quick flowers. They're $7. Drop them off real quick. Roll on
If
home.
you would have gave me a heads up, I would have been more involved on watching you. But I was in the comments. You were being
Oh, I was
secretive.
trying to be fast. I was trying
And
to
I
be
was like, oh
fast.
shit, he's trying to break in somewhere.
Come along with me. This is how I get my side cash.
So yeah, you go take a MacBook that you don't know how to use.
Right, right.
So who are we having on tomorroum?
um, I don't know.
Who's coming on
All of
tomorrow?
our
Who's coming on tomorrow?
so I don't know who's coming on tomorrow. I think this week was kind of weird. Cam was supposed to come on, but that didn't work. We were
Brian's the
supposed to
boyfriend of
talk,
the year. He really is.
tell stories. I try to be, man.
On the way home during the show, doesn't even tell us. All of a sudden, he's just fucking there. Boom.
I'm tired too. Was it 14-hour day? I think something like
What
that.
do your hours look like so far this week, Brian?
Tomorrow, every day starts at like I had to be. Let's see, I'll leave since the service calls. I'll start my time when I leave. So 5 a.m. tomorrow until I don't know. So
Damn.
this morning it started at 6 a.m. and I should be home at 10 Eastern Standard Time. So making up. I'm not complaining. I'm making up for those for like Christmas. Jeez,
Yeah, that's dope.
I gave the kids a great Christmas, man. They were super happy. And then of
Nice.
course my youngest loves his favorite toy was $5. It's
Isn't that
like,
crazy how that works out? My little girl wants to play with
yeah,
all the boxes and everything. She doesn't even care about the toys. She's playing with like the
uh,
trash.
yeah. I was like, what about this? He's like, yeah, it's so cool. But
She's
what
ups.
about this inflatable sword? I'm like, what, bro?
What? Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, she's obsessed with Frozen and Anna and Elsa. She's got the picture that came off of the doll, and she's just like, I don't know. That's like her prize. That's her prize from all of Christmas. Just like the price tag from the freaking doll. It's crazy how that works.
That's funny, man. I got my boy some shoes. And oh, here's a new thing. I got him some Jordans, right? And then he had to have these crease protectors. I was like, you can't crease them.
Crease
I said, my
protectors, huh?
work, yeah, my work boots are $200. I crease the hell out of them. Like, what are you not gonna play
Uh,
basketball? He's like, nah, man, you gotta swap them. You can't crease your Jordans.
I always
I
like
was like,
my
why?
I always liked
He
my
said, well,
Nikes, but I never was like crazy on creasing them, not creasing them.
I think it's a new thing for like sneaker collectors kind of thing. And he's like, well, it's going to decrease the value. I was like, what are you selling them? He's like, well, no. I was like, what do you care then?
Yeah,
Like,
that's what is
I
it?
was like,
What does
all
it
right,
keep the toe straight? I don't get it. You got to be walking
yeah, yeah.
funny if you're not gonna crease it.
It does. It looks weird. I make fun of him every chance I can because I'm a father. I have to call him out on stuff.
Yeah.
He won't know until like later on. He sees other people walking like that, and he'd be like, I can't believe I did that. Like it's almost like a person to have a V6 Mustang, be like, man, I can't believe I straight piped it.
Panzika's crushing it. Is that what's your name on Instagram, Panzika? It's not. Is this is this who is it? Carlo? It's Carlo. Oh, all right, Carlo. Carlo Panzica. He's at 42 double, 4 overtime, 16 regular.
Jeez.
That's what I thought. It's Carlo. He's the one that he's like he was giving us all the entertainment on Christmas and shit. My guy hasn't
Yeah.
went home.
Isn't he in Texas? He's in Texas, right?
I don't know, but there's a lot of people that got my guy's number because he just didn't stop. Work Christmas
No,
Day,
he didn't.
triple time, 10-hour cleaned up, no kids, eat, gotta get while I can. Triple time. I love the sound of that.
Triple. I couldn't imagine
Carlos
that.
in Toronto, fucking working around the clock, man. Is no one there to help you?
It's like
Let me
hundred
get
dollars
some
an
of those
hour.
hours. Chill down, Vegas. That's what you get for living in Vegas. There's got to be ways to make overtime in Vegas, right? I don't know. What do you guys got going? I think of Vegas, I just think of like casinos and fucking hookers.
Yeah, yeah. That's all I think of.
So you got to somehow get, I don't know, got to be doing something with sprinklers and hookers to make some money out there. I'm not quite sure. I'd have to think about it a little more.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm still on the triple time. That's fucking
triple time. That's oh my gosh, I can't imagine. I would just break something out so I could stay longer. Like just
that you have to get that on its own check. That 10 hours triple time is on its own check. I don't care what the IRS says. They're not watching.
Now let me ask you, how is it?
I'd
I
fuck
wonder
the
how it's
payroll up.
taxed.
I'd fuck the payroll up. Like instead of I don't know if you do your time, I do my time. I would just completely forget about the 40 and just be like, oh yeah, fucking 10 hours triple, send it in, and hopefully he just cuts it, and then be like, oh shit, I forgot about the fucking 40 or whatever else it is, and then put in a whole nother one. You got to get that separate, otherwise it's gone.
These guys are driving like assholes tonight.
I'm waiting for service calls. You're gonna fit 3 or 4 heads in their buttholes. All right. That's good. That's only what I got. I had a couple guys take some calls when I got some stacked. That's crazy. You better be going exempt. We can't do it anymore. We can't. We used to be able to go exempt like one paycheck period a year, and we're not allowed to do it anymore. We're in Massachusetts. I'm in Massachusetts, and it's the libs are taking over.
On a fat paycheck, is that what you would do? You go tax exempt and then you would roll back in it?
Yeah, so we could go back into a story that kind of fits the times. Is I did a building. I was just a neck down journeyman and Avalon. It was the first high rise that I was on. Like high rise, I mean higher than 20. This one was 42, and I was doing the penthouse. And the one of the doors to the main stairwell opened in a wind tunnel, and once we turned the building over, it was cold as fuck that year, and the wind tunnel held that door open and was throwing cold air all the way up that stairwell for hours and hours and
Oh,
hours, and it froze the 8-inch standpipe. So, and it blew out a bunch of lines on the first floor. It blew out a bunch of shit around the stairwell, and the standpipe was like compromised. So we had to basically sit there and babysit it around the clock. And I forget what it was. We were taking turns like doing 12 hours, but I was still doing my 40 hour. I was still doing my normal day shift. And then we were like babysitting that thing at night. And we were sleeping in the pump room. And yeah, I was able to do tax exempt for that check.
wow.
It was like a 70-hour check or something crazy.
That's nuts, man.
And it was all the overtime's double time, so it was a big Larry Hoover. My calls Monday and Tuesdays basically triple time because I get paid 8 hours regular for that. Saturday holiday both days plus double for any calls. That's it. I love that triple. I don't know if I've ever done triple. I might have
I've never had triple. I would love it.
done
Hey, Bobby,
triple.
do you ever get tired of working at the airport? Not the airport, but at the hospitals. I hate hospitals.
I fucking love it.
I was at a
No,
really.
that's my thing. Yeah, I just operate very well in there. You gotta act
I
you have to act a totally different way. Especially like it's not only just an occupied building, but it's like you have to have like a patient first mentality, and you're at the hospital's will. Like you're in their house. Like they're the chef, and you're in their kitchen. And like if they say like you're not doing a shutdown today, you just say okay, see you tomorrow, and that's it. And
yeah.
my office, the company that I work for has a good relationship with the GC that's in there, and it all works itself out. But I can see that it's not for everybody. Like some days, like we're literally pulling our pud till 8:45 just for them to tell us that oh well we can't drain it today. We don't have enough guys. And
Oh yeah.
most guys would be like right there they would set off in like a little toddler temper tantrum like I can shut it myself. Ah! Like I just say
You're right.
all right, see you tomorrow. Bam, hit a slip
Yeah.
for 8 hours and head home.
Oof. That's nice.
Yeah,
It sucks
you can't
from
shut
a
valves in a hospital.
fire
The
from
mask thing is very laxed, and everyone knows me, and I got to keep the stash out. So the mask is more like I put it around my chin type thing, but they were strict. They were strict on the mask for a long time. It's a hospital. I don't think that's ever gonna go away. The mask thing they have still in stipulation like for healthcare places, and I'm in like major Boston hospitals with like like you're talking Dana Farber and like all these high profile ones where people are really sick, so it makes people feel comfortable. Whatever. Once I get into the job site, you take it off. But if you're in like the main lobby of a prestigious Boston hospital, you're gonna have to wear a mask. That's why you just stick to the service entrance, or a lot of the job sites we have their own special entrance, and you're just like on a job site, and you don't wear the mask on the job site. I'm all done with the mask shit.
Yeah. So on an inspection perspective, it it sucks. Everything's all over the place, and since y'all they move walls, add walls, you're moving heads, you're moving piping, you're stopping and putting a T on its 8 inch and then going a different direction, and there's no markings, and it's just
That's the other
it's
thing about
terrible.
hospitals is that a lot of people think you want to get the service contract, but if you hold the service contract to a hospital or any building, the chances of you doing the work there are more slim because it's kind of like you're, you know, I don't know the phrase that I'm looking for here, but if you're doing service, you're probably not going to be doing construction in there. So a lot of the same companies, like there's one company that does two hospitals, and there's one other company that does the other two hospitals, and they do all the servicing and testing, and they'll know where every valve is, and you know, they know the buildings inside and out.
Right, right.
I don't necessarily think that that's the best contract to get. I think you want to be available to be doing the tenant fit outs and the updates, and the medical industry is always updating and advancing, and like they could literally have just done something 10 years ago and you're demoing it down to down right to the slab, right to the beams, and you're redoing it because they got some new technology, and I'm in it to
Wow.
win it.
MRI rooms are interesting to sprinkle. I put a 4 inch dry valve in the air next to an MRI room.
You put a dry system in the MRI room?
Well, out right outside of it
Yeah, but was
in
it
the
was it
attic.
was it for the dry system was for the MRI room?
Right, just
Wow.
for it.
I did. We've always just done them in copper.
No, it was copper from the like the, when it breaks over and goes down the branch lines.
Yeah, but copper, but wet, wet copper.
No, this was dry. This
And
was the I was doing like new construction and service, and this is so backstory. When I first got in this, before when after I was paid under the table and all that stuff. Once I got of age, I was doing new construction and service, and my father was at another company. He wouldn't let me come work with him. He said I had to come earn my stripes somewhere else before he comes. I come work with him.
earn that shit,
So
boy.
I was, yeah, yeah. You can't come in here, daddy's boy. You gotta go somewhere else.
Yeah, that's what I did.
And then it was like 90 degrees outside, and it was that's where you would go to cool down. It was death on the inside. And then like at break at lunch, I went and called my father. I was like, "Hey, there's got to be a better way. What do I need to do? This is terrible." So that's when I started doing my 9 cents. I was just like, "This is, I never want to feel this again."
That's awesome. Yeah,
Up
you
there
never get to
holding
do an attic
a
job in the
4 inch.
middle of the winter. It's
Fuck.
always the fucking middle of the summer.
Yeah, and you question what you do. Like, why am I doing this?
Watching the
Why couldn't I
sweat
be like
drip
in
off
a
your nose.
yeah, yeah, I could have been an accountant if I knew I was going to be up in the attic dying, cooking. Jeez.
Yeah, you've been doing a lot of, you've been working late, bud. Holy shit.
Yeah. Since I left the office and went back into the field, I've had 4 hours overtime every day. Well, every week. Every week. 4 hours. They work me.
Parking garage job in the middle of the winter. That sounds
Oh, that
awful.
sucks.
I did a
That's
high rise in the
terrible.
middle of the winter. Someone that I chat with on Instagram, he gets to service this building that I did so much work in, and it's such a nightmare for servicing. They're there all the time.
I wonder why. We have some places that are nightmares.
Yeah, it was just like
I had a
I
cut.
posted a video one time, and Ryan, he's like, "Wait, you worked there?" I'm like, "Yeah, fucking that was like one of the big first jobs I was on when I got in the union, but it was a fast-paced job that they just pushed middle of the winter, you know?"
Yeah.
That's where we were we were gluing mains. It was cold. It was fucking real cold.
Jeez.
It's a nightmare because you put 009s. 009s, baby. And I was gluing that shit in the cold wind, pushing my ladder through the fucking snow.
That sucks. Another thing that sucks is doing service work in like not in a freezer warehouse, but right outside in a docking.
If it's a little bit of wind,
So
man. If it's cold with no wind, I'm good.
yeah. So
And that's also the drum drips. Like the drum drips that are always the problem will be in a wind tunnel. They'll be the ones that are like the fucking wind's blowing on them.
oof,
Quick Vic. Yeah, there you go. Quick Vics. Give me some Quick Vics. 005 for life? Yo, I'll be fucking
double
I'll have 4 pieces of branch line up. You'll still be fucking greasing that thing. North side of the building
You ever greased it with Crisco?
where I look for freeze breaks first. North side of the building. Huh. Like, was this like the North Star? What'd you say, Bry?
You ever greased a couple with some Crisco?
No, you say Chris you say Crisco a lot. We talk about
Yeah.
I use Vic grease like regular. So regular Vic grease, like the old school shit that was like orangey, and then they came out with like
Yeah.
this fucking cream shit. I'm not into the cream shit. Like what kind of grease am I talking about? Like that new school? I think it's made by Vic. It's like fucking creamy. I hate it.
Yeah, it's from Vic.
I
From
don't
Vic.
like it. I want the old school like gelatin shit that
My foreman, he
fucking
lost the
leaks.
grease, and then the company said that he's not buying them anymore. He keeps leaving the lids open and losing them. So then he went to Publix and just grabbed a can of Crisco. I don't remember why, but you're really not supposed to use that. Like, it's
Yeah.
like corrosive, I think, kind of like a Sharpie on plastic.
Sometimes you get a bad batch of if the rubber's like if the crate sat out in the water and it washed off and sometimes it gets the rubber's pinched, but the rubber can pinch. You can see the rubber pinch. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to leak. But a lot of people just want to slather it up and you get grease all over you and your hands are fucking nasty. 009 baby. I'm
Double O
gonna I'm
nines.
gonna keep on putting them on. If I had to take a 009 off, I wing right off the bat. If you know it's drained, you just wing both nuts off. You take out your razor knife, which you should have on you, and you slice the rubber. You peel it out. Bam. If you wanted to then move forward with a 005, if you don't have seismic bracing right there, you fucking grab them like this. You pop your rubber on, and you go for it. But I would then loosen up a brand new 009, and I would jam it all the way past because even though it has the stop, you can get the stop up and over the groove, and then I'd wiggle that baby back on. Like
Wow.
when we have leaks or we have to change shit in the brand new building that we did, I guess that's kind of like doing a service call with 009s. I work with taking them apart and shit. You just gotta like take an elbow off or whatever. I think it's, I still think it's easier. Seeing this ice literally push a 4-inch Vic off of pipe and kept systems still up. That's crazy. The ice is strong, man, as long as it stays cold.
Wow.
Yeah, we had a 2-inch branch line pop off before we initiated the building, just some trapped water, and it popped the groove right out. And we went up there, we had the groove tape, we checked the groove was fine. We checked the outer rim, it was fine, and we fucking victed it back up, it was fine. It was the weirdest thing. Popped it right out. Ever knock yourself out while working on a 6-foot ladder? Damn near close.
So I've seen
Groove
a
tape.
guy.
Victaulic makes it.
This was terrible. So he was up on a 6 foot, fell. His leg got trapped in within like in the steps, and then it broke his leg, and he was just hanging.
Oh, that's
And
awful.
his
That's
yeah,
super
his
awful.
back was messed up. His back was messed up, like his hip.
I trust your
It's
eyeball. I trust your eyeball grooves, Dan. So the groove tape, it's like made out of tape measured material, but it's not. It doesn't have that curve, so it's flat, so you can bend it, and you literally you put it in the groove and around itself, and then if you're doing 2-inch, you'll be on like the 2-inch mark or 2.5 or 3-inch. It, they do all sizes, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And there's like there's like overlines and there's underlines, and then there's like this perfect dark black mark that you want the arrow to be pointing at perfectly. So when we do these MIT jobs, there's people there that are like specialists, and they'll check the grooves. They have their own groove tape, and they check them. If you put up like a bunch, say you're putting up a bunch of main and you go to break, they're probably going to come up and they're going to check that next groove that you're going to put on. They're going to check it with their groove tape, and it better be fucking perfect, or you're going to take everything out.
Wow.
And a lot of the guys that think, that they're really good at grooving, they all groove too deep. That's usually the thing, is that most people are grooving too deep, and they're going so deep that they're past the over marks, that they're completely out of bounds.
You
And
use groove tape every time?
fuck no. Fuck no. If I'm on an MIT job, or a job where there's Snoopy people, yes, because I'm not gonna risk going back. But um, I've used the groove tape. I've been familiar with the groove tape for a long time, so I'm able to eyeball it and then check it, and eyeball it and check it, and that was always my thing. I always would want to get it as close as I could, and then check it, and then you just get to the point where you can make them perfect every time. And then the 975 you could just set. The 975, I just set it. It has a set screw, a set dial on the top, where it actually will tell you exactly where to put it. But if you set
Oh,
it
that's
and you
nice.
use it the right way, you'll make a perfect groove every time. And you should only have to check it once right in the beginning. You fell off a
Mm.
3 foot
I always just
ladder
use my.
and cracked a rib. A 3 foot ladder?
I believe according to OSHA, you're not supposed to have 3 foots anymore.
Can
Or
you
is that?
only go up one step? Yeah, because you can't go up the fucking top.
Yeah.
You can only use one step. It's a 1 foot ladder. What the fuck? Just use a bucket.
You gotta have your get to have your shin on.
That's like the fucking ladder bucket.
Jeez, I bet he heard some shit off of that at the
Eyeball that shit.
office.
So sometimes with light wall, like schedule 10 4 inch, you could cut it. You could groove it. If you groove it just a little too deep, and you only have to go a little bit. You'll literally just fucking cut it. It will cut right off. So some of
Yeah,
them
you ever see the
grooves
stretches?
some of them
Like when
grooves
it
are so
stretches?
fucking close that people have put in. They just crank that fucking schedule 10. It's so thin. I mean, you squish it.
Man,
I was standing on
I'm
the top
finally
of it.
home.
Yeah, you ain't got that Bobby stand. I've been top stepping ladders for a long time, boys.
Woo, I'm home, boys.
You made it.
Daddy is home.
I think I
Daddy's
just I
home.
just I just knocked a little bit, and my dogs are out there fucking. My adjustable slipped off of a head when I was tightening it, and I caught myself in the eye. I was on the second highest step of the 6 footer, and I woke up on the ground. Damn, Carlo, not good.
Damn.
Rib went right into the iron rail on a staircase. I had a right angle, old school Milwaukee plug-in right angle drill with a auger bit, not an auger bit, like a chipper bit, like the circle one that's just like the head, and it had a 14-foot extension. 14-inch extension. I was going through 12 inch of solid wood, hundreds of these things we were going through, and I'm up on like a 10-foot ladder. The fucking ceiling is here, and I'm just got all my force in this thing, and I hit like a fucking random nail that went through it, and that baby caught, and that big handle of that drill came up, split my chin, and my head got pushed up into one of them old ass square nails. You know, in those old mills they use square nails. The nails were square back in the day. They didn't make them fucking round. And that thing like hit the side of my skull and gouged me open, and the drill fucking. I left the drill up there, and I just went right to the hospital. I had a concussion. I
Jeez.
had a concussion. They wouldn't stitch me. They said that the hair acts as stitches, but they said it was stitch worthy, but it was just in a weird spot. But I don't know
Damn.
how I didn't get knocked out from that back in my apprenti days.
Jeez.
Dad's like, "What
I
happened?"
was
I'm like, we gotta go. I'm bleeding from the chin. I'm bleeding from the head."
I I was at a hospital, Emory Hospital, with my foreman. My foreman reached and he was pulling on some pipe. His wrench slipped and his arm went, I want to say, an inch into a corner of sheet metal,
Mm.
bro. Yeah, thankfully we're already at the hospital.
Yeah, that's That sounds awful. Why am I not in this call? Dan, I mean, you could be on the call, Dan. I asked in the beginning if anyone wanted to be on. If you joined us from the start,
Yeah, man. It's over with now.
Bobby, I know who you look like. The butcher from Gangs of New York.
Not a bad thing.
I don't
That's
know.
a badass role.
I'm not a show guy, so I'm gonna have to Google it. The
You haven't
butcher?
seen it?
No,
You gotta watch
should
the
I watch
movie.
it? So
You
I
gotta
think
watch the
that
movie.
I had a 60 inch and then I got a 70 inch. But I think if I was gonna like do shows and movies, I gotta get like some dope surround sound. Cause I was at someone's house who had surround sound and that thing is like, I'm like I could watch movies if I had surround sound. I think. I have
I'm
ADD,
not a
man.
big movie guy.
I can't sit still and just like have no control and just fucking watch something. I don't know.
I can't. I can't. When I'm watching movies with my girlfriend, I just fall asleep and I tell her. And I think at this point, I think she just knows.
You gotta get like a good
Like
zombie
I can't
movie,
watch
like
TV.
Dawn of the Dead. Like they haven't made a better movie than Dawn of the Dead for
That's
zombies.
a good movie.
So it's like I don't know. They're due for one. I'll have to look up this butcher. So we're looking for
Yeah, for
someone to come
sure.
on the show tomorrow, right? Who's coming on the show tomorrow?
Yeah.
Dan, anybody come on. You guys can all come on. We'll have a fucking social gathering again. If everybody has headphones, it helps from talking over each other. I mean, whoever wants to come on can come on. We really don't have. I don't think we lined up anything for this like weird holiday week.
No. Yeah. It's
I got my
these next two
laptop
weeks.
set up, and I'm gonna be. Hopefully, we'll be broadcasting from Florida next Monday.
We'll have Brazil on Tuesday. Next Tuesday.
Brazil, Brazil.
Brazil.
That'll be dope.
Brazil.
That'll be dope.
Yeah. So she is she's a engineer, I believe, over there. Super cool chick, man. She's getting after it.
Am I still 86th?
So
86th. What the fuck's 86th? 86th place?
isn't that
86.
is 80 is 86? Is that restaurant code for like being thrown out or you're out of it or something?
I don't know.
I don't know what
Did we
86.
86 Chris? Nah, Chris, you
I
can
don't
come
think
on,
we
dog. Should have came on in the beginning. You were the first one in here.
we only 86 one person.
86. Am I still 86? I don't know. Are you 86? You'd be pretty old to be still doing hanging pipe. If you're 86, I'd give it to you. 86th. Am I 86th? I think that means that he's fucking gonzo. You can come on, bro.
Yeah, let's go.
Was he on the first episode? Now I gotta look. Where am I? I think he was on the first episode. Right?
I don't know.
Am I losing it? Yeah, bro, you were on the first episode. We're gonna get you back.
For sure.
We're gonna
Well,
get
I'm
you
gonna go
back.
eat, man.
Yeah,
Get in bed.
here we are. We're over an hour. Awesome. Good show. Good talk.
Awesome show.
Are you gonna be
Catch
driving
up
again? Are you
tomorrow.
driving tomorrow?
I hope I'm home.
We hope you're home.
I hope.
We like you.
Yeah, I hope
If you're gonna be
I'm
driving tomorrow, you're gonna have to bring a ring light. No, I'm just fucking with you.
home.
I
Plug it
didn't
in.
know y'all needed someone. Second episode. Was it? I think it was the first episode.
Well, we had a guy just kind of didn't come.
Yeah, we had someone for tonight. He didn't come. I asked in the beginning if you wanted to come on, and you just you told me fuck myself and called me blow up Bobby and told me that you love 009s, and I'm just gonna create a 009s for the back of my van just for you, and I'm gonna videotape everyone that I put on from here on out and tag you. 009 Bobby.
Double and nine, Bobby.
All right.
We need a W09 for life T-shirt.
009 for life. That's it. And we got Chris's face like doing the Steve-O with the smile. Oh, my headset just said battery low. I wonder if that
for
came through.
life.
Did that come through? Did you guys hear battery
No,
low in the
no, I
chat?
didn't hear it.
Yeah, but they might have. All right.
No.
If you watch us live, thank you. If you're watching the replay, awesome.
Thank
Tune
you
it
so
up.
much,
Tell
guys.
the tin
Thank
knocker
you.
next to you that we're superior on the job site. All right. We appreciate you guys. Everyone, have a good night. Have a good week. Let that